Hello. Um, Good evening, because it's 3 p.m. here, 3 p.m., 3:30 p.m., and good afternoon and good morning whenever you're watching this video. And as you can see, I am in a very quiet neighborhood. This is not in DC. I am one hour and a half from DC, so I came to visit. I came to one of the anniversary for one of our Christian group called SUC, and as you can see, it's a very typical American area. So it looks like it does look like Virginia, where I was last time, but the difference is that Maryland has a very community-based lifestyle, because this place has been inhabited for so long. The Maryland area does not actually look like, like other states like South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia area, or Texas. Maryland has that feeling of actual neighborhood, so it's pretty good. And there's some kids playing outside too, so pretty great. So this is an opportunity to make a video in my car. It's been a very long time to make a video in my car. Yesterday I made a video inside the house, the apartment I'm going to be moving into. Today I moved my stuff inside. I organized things around, and I'm going to be moving slowly until next week. So I've been talking about the poverty trap for the last couple of weeks, and I've been so busy right now, and I have a new research which I was working on this week. It's due tomorrow. It's a midterm research paper, and I've been talking about this for a while. It's I described this, I think was on Thursday. I described what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be getting the data from LaLonde data, which was collected back in 1986. This data was trying to determine, so in 1975, United States introduced a program that teaches people trade skills, people to just get some, some skills, some experience, so they can go out there and, get some work. At the time, the trade was trending. Now trade has gone down. People are more towards going to university, colleges, all those things. But back in the day, people are more into trade. So the government put so much money, and at first it was $3 billion, but from 1975, by 1978, that money has almost tripled. It's like 3 times. So it went from $3 billion to like $9 billion within like four years. So that means the government was putting more and more money. The program was getting popular and popular, and we all know, when something is gaining more momentum and the government is investing in it, there has to be an outcome. But this is a very short time, like from 1974 to 1978, to see a government investing billions of dollars. This is like billions of dollars. This is like 1970. That's a lot of money, today's currency. And this program was getting really popular because it sounds like everybody was getting involved. So at the time, the guy named Robert LaLonde, he did a research for the first time. He did an econometric data where he studied the impact of this program. He wanted to know, because when the government invests the money in something, after they see the results, so like 1 year, 2 years, 4 years, the results. And the only way to determine the quality of the program, like a training program for poor folks, for unskilled folks, is to see how much they're earning after a certain time. So LaLonde, he started collecting the data, and he wanted to see whether, his goal was to see whether does the income for the income that is being earned in 1978, has it does it have to do with the program that was introduced in 1975? And then the answer was nobody knew, right? Because if somebody was making $2 in 1974, and then in 1978 they are making, I don't know, $10, if the government was to correct some kind of statistics or survey, they would say, oh wow, like people are making more money, so this program has to be good then. So they throw in more and more and more money into it. So the LaLonde, when he had this question, he wanted to understand what's the best way to study this program. And the best way to study this program is to be very careful. You have to be very mathematical on this thing. So he has to see people who participated in the program in 1974. Then after completing the program, he wanted to see how much money they made before the program, and how much money they are making after the program, after 4 years of finishing the program. And he wanted to see the progress. Did they go from $2 progressing? And he wants to see where they live. He wants to see what kind of program they took. Did they finish the program? Did they participate in it? Did they make the same amount of money? Like if somebody was making, like for me, for example, if I'm making $20 an hour to work in in a random job, right? And then I go to university and I graduate and I make $25. Can I still make the same amount of money if I didn't go to school? So those questions was what he studied, and he collected the data from all groups. And then he had another group that did not participate, and they made the same amount of money before the program, and how much they were making after this. Then he compared with these people who were in the program, and the results were shocking. It turns out the program was actually not effective. It's not the reason why they're making more money. And this sparked a debate among the economists and the econometricians, because this is about math, statistics, data. And they started reproducing the data, studying about it. It was very interesting data. So this what I'm doing right now, which is a midterm, is to use the same data, clean it, and then pick a topic. And my topic was supposed to be how does the individual characteristics determine the earnings of these people before the program and after the program? If yes, what could have been the reason? So basically, individual characteristics can be anything. It can be if somebody is black or white. Are they married, not married? Are they men or women? Right? So did they participate in the program or they did not? Right? Did they have a degree or no degree? Those are individual characteristics, and my goal was to see whether those characteristics could have played a role for these people to earn how much they're earning in 1978 compared to 1975. And what I found was very shocking. Actually, when I did the regressions and I tested, it turns out that actually individual characteristics played a big role in the earning, despite both people participating in the program. So for example, I had a controlled group to the group that participated, and the group that did not participate. So you have people finished the program, participated in it, and those who did not. Both same race, same stuff. But it turns out that even people like black who were in the program, even after the program, they did not earn more money as opposed to what they were making before that. However, there was an improvement. People who had a degree, not a program, but a degree, like an actual degree, they made way more money. But that money has nothing to do with the program they participated in. It has nothing to do with the government program. It has to do with the fact that they had knowledge and the skills. But those who didn't have a degree and they went to the program, they improved a little bit, so like 25%, but not as much. But what I still don't know is whether before those people participate in the program, if they didn't participate, if they would have still made the same amount of money, like $1 more than they earned before. So this is what I've been studying. But and I uncovered so many things like couples. If somebody was single, and then 5 years later they get married, we may count them as one income, because this is the survey. This is not this is not like an actual statistic. This is something that people are being asked to respond. But what if, like, right now I'm single, so I don't have like a consistent income, but once I get married, I'm gonna have a consistent income because I need to get money, work, take care of my family. So if somebody asks me right now, like in the survey, as I'm in college, how much are you making? And I'm like, I'm making $0. But 5 years later, I have a wife and the kids, and they ask me how much you're making, and I'd be like, oh, I'm making $100,000 because I chased a career, a job in the banking or software engineering, something like that, or maybe I'm driving something and I'm making more money. The government is gonna say, oh my God, like, degree is very important, or the program is very important, like this is very important, like we need to invest more money in this, because James is an example. He went from $0 to that's like 5,000 jump percent of income earning. But these self-reports are crucial. They're very important because they play a big role in how we gather the data, how we organize the data, how we do statistics, how we understand the impact. Okay. One of the reasons why, like when I mentioned earlier, poor countries, I'll talk about this in the future, but this is gonna bring in poor countries. Poor countries, they don't have a consistent statistics. Even when they do, they lack skilled labor to study the impact of a program. Like if I want to understand the impact of agriculture in Uganda, it will be really hard to study that because there's not enough data dating back to 5, 10, 1500 years ago. If I want to study the impact of the education in Uganda, you can't really study that because there's not enough data. They don't collect the data. Even if they do collect the data, their data is on paper. It's not like statistically available to study. So they don't have tools, they don't have technology, computer, Wi-Fi, internet, and all those things, so electricity, to stimulate the data and understand, make decisions. But this was a very interesting statistics, very interesting study. I wrote the paper. The paper is available. It's in my computer, and I'm waiting to go home today after the party, hopefully after eating and hang out with friends. I'm gonna have my brain refresh and recalibrate, or some sort of like resettle, because I'm stressed out for this moment, because I've been moving, new apartment, new place. I've been stressed out. I have had 1 week to move. So I'm thankful that I have an apartment, send the release and everything. So God is great. So I will be going back today home and take a look at the paper, read one more time, see if I explained everything perfectly, then submit it. Hopefully I will get 100% out of it. But the grade is not a problem. I don't care about the grade. It's like this graduate program for me, it's like a real thing. It's like I'm doing the real work. It's like the real world, because as I move to a new apartment, I'm gonna be doing like studying these two countries, Rwanda and Uganda, two nations, because I want to understand if they have the data. I want to understand if they have the actual, like, do they have the statistics available, how the economy functions, their own people, the consumption, the interest rate, the monetary supply, the monetary value, the conflicts, all those things within these two countries. So when I'm doing this kind of stuff, it gives me like a starting point. It's like I'm training my muscle to understand this. Something that I'm proud of is the fact that I was able to do this statistics. Like I did find the data, cleaned it. It worked then wrote the paper of that within 1 week. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing I'm proud of. And I'm gonna be doing another one next week, so I can get some momentum of writing a 10-page paper within a week. It's impressive. So that's all for today. If you find this video helpful, please give me a follow. Like always, I will see you in my next video. See you. Bye bye. Ciao ciao.